Will,
Yes, Bob.
I'm not in the same clothes as the last video. No,
absolutely
sir.
not. Nope, not at all.
2016.
Yes.
What do you think the gaming world's gonna be like?
Hopefully better than last year.
Ooh, damn. I made a video that was 2015 was a big disappointment in video games.
Yeah.
Because it was. And a lot of people disagreed with me.
Yeah, I've
But-
seen a lot of, yeah.
I understand why, because we didn't play a lot of the games that were great that came out this year.
A lot of the games that came out this year that were great weren't really like games we would normally
Right.
be into. Like games like Fallout, like Bloodborne.
Right.
I'm sure I'm missing. Life is Strange.
2014 was a little bit of a disappointment because it was the year that the new consoles came out. So
The consoles came out in 2013, I thought.
Last of Us and Grand Theft Auto came out that year. Did the consoles came out the
Yeah.
same year? Okay, never mind. Oh, it came out late in the 2013.
Yeah.
So that doesn't really count. So 2013 was an amazing year for games.
Mm-hmm.
So 2014 was the beginning of the console generation.
Yeah.
And there was not a lot of, there was pretty crappy games in 2014.
Yeah.
2015 was better.
But you're starting to see a lot of trends now. Like,
The biggest trend is rushing out games.
I was gonna say really expensive season passes.
Yeah.
Like that's become a lot worse than it has been in the past.
No, that's bad.
And for like really bad, like really expensive season passes for not a lot of content.
So
or the
do you
content
think-
that they give us is lacking.
Do you think that's going to get worse, or they're going to find ways to fix that? I don't think they're going to give these games bigger budgets.
It's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
Like 2016, we'll see some more games come out where $60 game, and then for another $60 you get a season pass, and all the season pass really gives you is like a new costume a month or some garbage like that.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of these very interesting payment models with games, like free-to-play games that have just aesthetic things. Like a lot of people are taking the CS:GO model of a free or $15 game. CS:GO, I think it's like $15. And then you buy skins for your guns or whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would never buy into that stuff.
Yeah, me either.
But a lot of people do. A lot of people are into that. So, I mean, if it's like $1 and something that's really cool, and I play the game a lot, maybe. But I'm not gonna do
What I'm interested to see along these lines, the new Hitman game that's coming out next year. That's got some really weird structure where at launch they openly admit you're getting half the game. If you pay the full $60, then over the course of like the next few months, they'll just give you everything as it comes out. Or if you just pay I think it's $30, you'll get just that half of the game, and if you want the rest, you could pay another $30.
That's pretty interesting because you don't know if you're gonna like it.
Yeah, exactly.
But so is it episodic or is it not?
Not really. I mean, it's really just like half the game up front, and then the rest will trickle out over time. And if you want the whole thing, you pay $60. If you want it separately, you pay one price and then the other price for the other half. It's really interesting, and the game itself sounds really good because every level is just the open world, and it says kill this guy, good luck, and do however you want. So I'm really looking forward to the game, but I just don't know if this model is going to be a good idea or not.
Right.
And I'm afraid now other companies are going to follow suit. Not saying Nintendo would ever do this, but if they put out a Mario game and it's like, okay, here's half the game now. If you pay $60, we'll give you the whole thing as it comes out.
Mario's been really good with Mario Maker. They've been releasing updates like crazy, and they've been actually listening to people. People were like, "There's no checkpoints. It's ridiculous." They're like,
Boom,
okay, here's checkpoints. I was like, "Holy shit, Nintendo! You're never like this."
Yeah.
That was awesome. But right now in 2015, we're seeing this weird divide where games are either super big budget AAA, or they're super indie, no budget, barely any content in the game.
Yeah.
But they're still they're the interesting ones that have core mechanics. What's that game? Super Hot. Have you ever seen that game?
Yeah.
Where you shoot you shoot. It's a first person shooter, but when you move, time starts, and when you
Yeah.
stop, time stops. I think that's like brilliant, and no AAA studios are thinking of that. AAA studios are just making clones of each other.
Yeah, it's what's really weird now is hold on, let me pull it up. There's like a whole bunch of games that aren't out yet, but are all like the same genre. Like Battleborn is one,
Yes.
and the one Blizzard's doing. What the hell's the name of it?
Overwatch. Overwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
There's like a couple of others in that genre, but like these games aren't even out yet,
and they look the same,
and they all look the same.
That was apparently just a really coincidence that all of this happened. Yeah, because they all were in development at the same time. It's not like they were like looking over each other's shoulders, like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, but now we have like a brand new genre out of
Gearbox.
nowhere.
What are you working on? Oh, nothing. What are you working on?
Should be working on Duke Nukem, but too busy screwing up aliens.
Should be. I don't know if they should be.
That's another topic for another time.
But no, yeah, we're gonna see studios rip off each other more and more, and like they've been doing.
I mean, there are some unique things coming out. Like Quantum Break still looks interesting. It doesn't really look like anything else that's coming out.
I think big publishers are gonna fall apart.
You think so?
Yeah,
I think
like
this
particularly
year's gonna
EA.
be the year. EA's got to do something. EA paid a lot of money for that Star Wars license. They can't.
And they're just dicking around with it.
Yeah.
This Battlefront was a major disappointment.
That's what I'm hearing.
Activision with Call of Duty, people were very upset about this year's Call of Duty.
Really?
Yeah, because
this was supposed to be like the most jam-packed.
I was very upset. The campaign was trash.
Really?
Yeah.
They got to do something.
It was like very like I was just playing through it and I was like, this is
here's an idea.
It's like
Maybe
nothing
they should
happening.
stop annualizing it.
I know like stop working off the same like core mechanics that you've had since
Call of Duty
10 years ago.
Speaking of which, how did Assassin's Creed Syndicate do? Did everybody
people
like
actually really liked it?
Really?
That did I mean, I don't know if it did well.
Yeah,
but
like
people said that they've finally improved.
That's
Creed.
a franchise that's like teetering on the brink of like
not
going annualized anymore.
I really hope they don't.
Yeah, because like that's getting ridiculous.
Yeah, and they're running out of ideas, which I don't know how you could run out of ideas with something like that.
I'm just looking through a list of Lawbreakers. That's the other Overwatch style game. That's Cliffy B's game.
Yeah, but he's like the grandfather of that.
Yeah,
so he could do whatever the hell he wants.
I'm trying to think. Like I'm looking at just a list of like games that are coming out next year, and I'm seeing a lot of like Kickstarter games, like Mighty Number 9, Yooka-Laylee.
I'm sure Kojima's gonna have a Kickstarter game.
He's got that PlayStation.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So
yeah, no, PlayStation's giving him money unless they do like what Shenmue's doing.
Oh, that garbage.
Yeah, I hope not.
Yeah,
that'd be
that's
stupid.
something I don't want to see. Is big publishers using Kickstarter
or Fig
or Fig.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Fig's another weird thing.
We're gonna see more and more of publishers and developers finding unique ways to get money for these games.
Yeah.
I think we need to see somebody break through with mobile games in a way that make people take it seriously, because mobile games are a huge market that are
I feel like it's at least in terms of AAA stuff, every AAA developer has something on mobile, and you even have like the PS2 era Grand Theft Autos on mobile,
right?
So.
But like I'm talking about like Hitman Go, Tomb Raider Go, Lara Croft Go. Like those are like games that you can't have anywhere but on mobile.
Well, Hitman's coming to PS4.
Okay. What's the Monument Valley?
Oh,
that's another one. Like those types of games, we need more of that stuff, and we need stuff like that that's low cost, but with a massive return.
Yeah,
and then I think games like that will be able to hold publishers over while they make really big budget games.
I'm wondering like if there's any way to bring back AA games of like yesteryear, because like during the last generation, the 360 PS3 era, you see a lot of places like THQ just fall apart because the games they used to make, like the B-level games, like there was no market for them anymore. Like they didn't make money anymore.
Yeah, there's just no market for B-level games.
Yeah, you're either AAA or you're indie. So I'm wondering, if there's any way to bring that back in a viable way, because we need games like that.
Yeah, I think people need to start to realize that it's okay to release your game for $20 on the network and not a physical release.
Yeah.
Like Rocket League.
Yeah.
Rocket League would not have done anywhere near as good if it was a disc release for $40. It would have been trash. People would have hated it.
Yeah.
But since it was and it launched for free.
Yeah.
That's why it did so well, and people bought it. Still, it still sold really well on PlayStation Network, and it sold really, really well on Steam the month it was free on PlayStation 4. So that they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Also, that game's a ripoff of their old game. Yeah. It's just a re-release of super car, awesome car, really great name. Everything. Rocket, suck me off, racer ball.
That's not it, but sure. Supersonic, acrobatic, rocket-powered battle cars.
Yes. That game came out for PS3, and Rocket League is almost the exact same game.
Yeah.
But Rocket League's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And Supersonic Battle Cars was also amazing.
Yeah.
So, hopefully, we see more $20 Xbox Arcade and PlayStation Network games.
Hopefully, we'll finally figure out what the hell NX is.
Yes,
and
true.
What's going on with that.
I think it'll either be this year or next year. Yeah. I think it's very likely that's this year because Nintendo.
Yeah, they've been hinting at they're going to announce something this year.
Yeah.
They need to get Star Fox and Zelda out, and then I think they can talk about NX.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they keep delaying those.
Yeah.
I don't think they're
going to delay Star Fox anymore. Zelda, you never know.
Doesn't have a release date.
Yeah, so that's probably
So yeah, that's bad. But I mean, a lot of people are thinking they're waiting on Zelda for the NX.
I don't think they're going to do that.
It might end up being like a Twilight Princess.
I don't think they're going to do that again.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I hope that the NX is a mobile hybrid console, not one of these.
Yeah,
gimmicks.
At this point, they really can't afford to do another home console.
Yeah, they need something like the Vita.
Yeah,
because the Vita is like a perfect little console.
Mm-hmm.
You got anything else?
No. Can't really think of anything else.
Got a little tit right here. What do you guys think about 2016? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think these publishers, developers are going to do? Do you think they're going to take more of our money? Do you think they're going to have these pricing strucures like
they're going to take more of our money? They're going to take more of our pricing structures. They're going to have more of these weird pricing structures. But what would you rather see them do? What would you rather them release? I feel like there's going to be a lot more franchise titles next year.
Yeah.
Like a lot more, at least from AAA.
It's hard to make a franchise now.
Yeah. So you're going to see a lot more stuff we know, just get re-released. So
leave it in the comments below. Add us on Twitter, all this social media garbage. We will see you in the new year with some cool
Yep.
I was really afraid this was going to try and ride the coattails of hipster Batgirl. But this new punk rock version of Black Canary actually works really well. All the changes and new flourishes they added fit the character and her world. It all just flows perfectly.
Some of the most fun I had this year was playing Metal Gear Solid 5. It's one of those games that you think about when you're at work or out with your friends. God, could be home right now playing Metal Gear. It's an RPG without all the typical RPG game mechanics that slow down the gameplay.